Time now for Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine.
Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Saskatchewan, and Anderson, the NAW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Wiz Piggly Wiggly, also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing.
Hello and welcome to historic Joanne Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. As always, my name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, and welcome to the Bullfrogs. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders have traveled just about an hour north to face off against the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Last night, the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders would win both games of their doubleheader against the South Division leaders, the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors. Last night, the Bullfrogs would get their revenge against the Battle Creek Bombers. In last night's contest, the Bullfrogs managed a 12-4 victory over the Bombers a day after they were blown out by Battle Creek. That first game of the two-game home series did not go in the Bullfrogs' favor whatsoever. They would drop that one 13-1. However, last night, the Bullfrogs would take an early lead and never look back. They scored one run in the first inning, 3 in the third, another in the fourth, and then would tack on 7 more runs in the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings. That included 2 3-run innings in a row. The Bullfrogs were absolutely on fire, and it came off the hand of William Gilbert. Gilbert, the freshman out of Baylor last night, would pitch 5 innings for the Bullfrogs, not allowing a run during his entirety on the mound. Would throw 11 strikeouts in the contest and walk just 2 batters. He was the Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine Player of the Game. Let's take a look at the league schedule for today. The Kenosha Kingfish have traveled to Madison for a doubleheader, or rather the other way around. The Madison Mallards are in Kenosha taking on the Kingfish. The Mallards got the first win of the doubleheader 2-1 in favor of Madison. The second game is set for 7:05 tonight. The St. Cloud Rocks have traveled to Duluth to take on the Huskies. The Thunder Bay Border Cats are in Eau Claire taking on the Express. The Lakeshore Chinooks have a 1-0 lead over the Kalamazoo Growlers. That's in the top of the second inning. In the top of the second, Wisconsin Woodchucks are tied up with the Battle Creek Bombers 0-0. The Waterloo Bucks are in La Crosse taking on the Loggers. The Rockford Rivets are in Wisconsin Rapids taking on the Rafters, who, as mentioned, on a 2-game losing streak after being swept during the doubleheader yesterday. And the Mankato Moondogs are in Rochester taking on the Honkers. Your lineups for both teams, starting off with the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, will be A.J. Lewis, the catcher, Joe Bro, the center fielder, Brendan Wolf, the right fielder. Luke Mangieri will be playing first base for the Dock Spiders tonight. After him will be Chris Cornelius. He's the shortstop today for the Spiders. The designated hitter and batting 6th will be Nick Fortes. K.V. Edwards will be batting in the 7th hole. It's the first time he's faced off against the Bullfrogs this season, as he was not on the roster last time. He's playing second base. Eric Gillenbach, the left fielder, is batting in the 8th hole, and rounding things out in the 9th hole will be Colin Ridout, the third baseman. Take a look at the lineup for your Green Bay Bullfrogs. Leading things off, the center fielder out of Vanderbilt will be Alonzo Jones. He'll be followed by Riley Smith, the shortstop, who will be batting second. He had a great day last night and would manage to go 3 for 5. Tanner Poole, the right fielder, is batting third. He finds his way back into the lineup after sitting out last night. Kyle Benya will clean things up. He's batting fourth and playing left field. Troy Johnston, he's the designated hitter tonight, of course, leads the Green Bay Bullfrogs in batting, or rather RBIs. Brad Hamilton gets the nod behind the plate at Catcher, he'll be calling the signs. Alex Pinner will be playing third base and batting seventh, the switch hitter out of Scottsdale Community College. Ben Hart will be playing second base for the Bullfrogs a night after he managed 2 errors for the Bullfrogs. So we'll look to try to turn things around tonight at second base. Willie Bourbon, as always, is batting in the 9-hole, and he'll be playing first base. That is your lineup for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Your starting pitcher tonight for the Frogs, Michael Bolke. And your starting pitcher for the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders will be Collins. We're about to get underway with the national anthems here a day before 4th of July. So stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site, whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines. They'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 well and pump service. Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at Oconto Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The Oconto Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wisconsin. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl and Oconto and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brew Pub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half-pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brew Pub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Tired of running to the bank for every little check? You can save a trip to the bank with the convenience of mobile check deposit from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Snapping a picture with our app is as safe as depositing checks at one of our 7 locations. No more rushing to the bank before closing to make those important deposits. Visit snbt.com to enroll for mobile check deposit today. The Stevenson National Bank and Trust, 101 Bray Lake Way in Oconto, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs and the Green Bay Bullfrogs, host the Fond du Lac's Dock Spiders tonight for a home-and-home series. This is the first of two. The Bullfrogs last night would get their revenge over the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors, winning 12-4 a night after they were blown out by the third place in the South Division team, the Raptors 13-1. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, they come into the game hot. They've won 2 of their last 2 games, sweeping the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors yesterday in a doubleheader. Last night, the Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine player of the game for the Frogs was William Gilbert. Gilbert would pitch 5 complete innings for the Bullfrogs, allowing just 5 hits and a grand total of 0 runs. He would strike out 11 in the contest and really turn heads throughout. Came into the game supporting a batting average around 5, but would bring that one all the way down close to 3 after the good showing last night. The starter tonight for the Green Bay Bullfrogs, it's Michael Bulkey. It's his first start in a Bullfrogs uniform, and so far this year for the Frogs, he's appeared in 4 games, has pitched just 6 1/3 inning, and has a 5.68 ERA. Does have a save on the season. In fact, in his first game in a Bullfrogs uniform, would come in and pitch the 1-pitch save. The Bullfrogs are looking to continue their good play against the Dock Spiders this season, as the last time these two teams faced off, the Bullfrogs would manage a victory in both contests. It was that day where it was a road game to start off the day in Fond du Lac, and then all the players would hop on the bus and travel up to Green Bay for game number 2. Bullfrogs would manage victories in both of those games. We're about to get underway, and due up here in this top of the first inning will be A.J. Lewis, Joe Bro, and Brandon Wolf. A.J. Lewis so far this season for the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders has been a bright spot. He's someone that kind of plays all over the place. Tonight he'll be the catcher, but has the ability to play in the infield as well. First pitch he sees is swung on and fouled away right side. In fact, it kind of pops off on the top of the dugout of the Bullfrogs. A.J. Lewis starts the game off. Down in the count, no balls and a strike. Lewis comes set, or rather stands in, awaiting the 0-1 pitch to him. A fastball that finds the zone, 0-2. Lewis stands in, Bulk rocks back, sends him the 0-2. That one misses, 1-2. It's July 3rd here on this Monday afternoon, and it's a solid crowd here in Green Bay. Line East deck out in right field. The beer garden is packed to the brim. The bleacher seating relatively full, as well as the club seats. 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled back behind home plate, and it falls just in front of a fan there. That could have been dangerous. But instead of someone losing their beer, they'll go home with a foul ball. Count will stay 1-2 after that one's fouled away by Lewis, left side. Bulkey comes set, the right-handed pitcher. Rocks back and sends in the 1-2. Fastball swung on, ground ball to third base. Pinner snags it, throws it across the field, and Bourbon makes the stretch and the grab. To ground ball left side, Pinner does a solid job over by the third base bag, snagging it and making it the long throw over to first. 1 out on the board will bring up Joe Bro, the center fielder. Bro so far this season for the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders is batting .280. In 23 games, he's managed 21 hits and 13 RBIs. Watches the first one go by for a ball wide at the chest level, 1-0. Bulkey deals in the 1-0. That one's just misses the zone there inside at chest level again. A 2-0 count. Bro stands in, waving his lumber around. Crouch stance and open. 2-0. Now that one runs high. Bulkey falls behind into the count. 3 balls to no strikes. Dock Spiders in there all grays today with off goldish colors on their back in the numbers as the 3-0 pitch goes by for a strike 3-1. And in that same color across the chest, the word Fondy. The 3-1. Swung on a belting fly ball deep in center field. Tracking back is Alonzo Jones. Has a read on it and has the ball in his mitt. Second batter retired. A well-hit ball by Joe Bro, but not enough mustard on it, as Alonzo Jones, after struggling to try to find it out there in center field right away, gets underneath of it and makes the grab. That'll bring up Brandon Wolf, the right fielder tonight for the Dog Spider. Stands in. He's had a good season. Has played in just 12 games, but batting .319. First pitch to him. Fastball, that's in there. 0-1. Bullfrogs in those American uniforms that they're supporting for this week. 0-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball to Pinner at third. Can't make the play, long throw over, that's not in time either. It's a grounder towards Alex Pinner at third base. He bobbles with it. It was a slow little bouncer that bounced twice in the infield grass and then bounced into the infield dirt. Puts the glove on it but doesn't make the squeeze. Tries to recover, picks it up, throws it across the field. But Wolf's able to beat out the throw, and it wouldn't have mattered as Bourbon can't make the scoop. So the first error on the board for the Bullfrogs, they would have 3 last night. And Luke Mangieri digs in. First pitch he sees, a fastball that runs low at his feet. 1-0. Wolf takes his lead over at first. And Mangieri stands back in. The left-handed hitter supporting the wrist tapes today with Navy batting gloves. 1-0 pitch, that's in there. Nice fastball from Bolke. That one's getting up there. One's throwing just about 81 or so. That one reaches 84. A 1-1 count, but Will Gilbert, a perfect example of you don't have to throw the heat if you can get guys out. He was hitting just 81, 82, but managed 11 Ks. 1-1 pitch, swung on. It's a fly ball into right. Tanner Poole running forward, or rather Alonzo Jones running forward in center. Gets underneath of it and makes the play. It's a high pop-up in shallow right center. Looked like Tanner Poole was going to make the play on it, but Alonzo Jones calls him out off, gets underneath of it, and retires the batter. Bullfrogs get out of it, leaving a one stranded at first who got on off of the error. We're all tied up going into the bottom of the first, 0-0. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. My name's Nolan Knight. Bottom of the first, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs put them down without allowing a hit or a walk. However, a runner would get on first due to an error. Pitcher out on the mound today for the Fond du Lac Dog Spiders will be Jack Collins. Collins on the season for Fondy comes into the game supporting an ERA that's not too shabby. The right, or rather left-handed pitcher on the season has posted an ERA of 4.76, respectable. And this is just his third start on the season, has pitched 11 1/3 innings. Has 14 strikeouts on the year to 12 walks and an 0-1 record. So another left-handed starter facing off against the Bullfrogs. We saw one 2 nights ago. The Bullfrogs really haven't faced off against that many lefties. So really, you don't really know what to expect when the Bullfrogs have to face off against left-handed pitchers. Alonzo Jones, the switch hitter, will stand in batting righty here to start off the game. Jones starts off the lineup here, of course, after sitting out a couple of days for the Frogs. First pitch he sees, a fastball that runs wide. 1-0 count here to start off the bottom of the first inning. It is a beautiful day here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. 1-0 pitch. That one runs inside, finds the zone, in fact, lower corner, 1-1. A little bit of a breeze here in Green Bay, not enough to affect the ball for that matter. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-2. But blue skies all the way across. If you have to work tomorrow or some other reason why you can't celebrate your 4th of July, I think this is the next best thing. Come out on July 3rd, watch some baseball, manage to, of course, have a couple of cold ones, maybe some brats, all when the weather's just around 75 degrees or so. That's a pretty good night if you ask me. Fireworks to follow the game as well, as the 1-2 pitch was fouled back into the backstop. A 1-2 count now. The delivery, that runs high, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alonzo Jones comes into the game for the Bullfrogs, supporting the best batting average on the team. Would be way up there as he swings at the 2-2 pitch, ground ball to short, throw to first, airmailed, gets all the way into the dugout, or rather into the glove of A.J. Lewis, the catcher, who stopped it from getting into the dugout. No, it did not fall into his glove. He was walking over towards his pitcher as if he had it, but he doesn't. And so Alonzo Jones will be awarded the base at second after the throw from the shortstop gets airmailed all the way into the dugout of the Bullfrogs. And so Alonzo Jones gets on base to start off the game. It's an E6. Now standing over at second after the throwing error as well. And Riley Smith digs in, the shortstop. Riley Smith had a great night last night, batting in the 2-hole again tonight after proving that he deserves to be there. First pitch he sees, a fastball swung on, ground ball to second. Scooped, throws to first, plays made. Riley Smith swings at the first pitch he sees, a little bouncer to the second baseman, K.V. Edwards. Scoops it up, throws it across his body to Luke Mangieri, who makes the grab no problem, beating Smith by 4 or 5 steps. Does move Alonzo Jones over to third, however, so if Tanner Poole can get his bat on the ball here, the first run will come across for the Bullfrogs. Last night, after they took a 1-0 lead, it would prove to be a nice boost for the team, who had struggled offensively over the past couple of games. They got that early lead and never looked back. First pitch Tanner Poole sees, goes by for a strike. He watched it, 0-1 now. Calling the lefty, comes set, deals in the 0-1. That one's outside. A solid job by Lewis to block it from getting behind him. Moves the count even. A ball and a strike and out on the board. Tanner Poole so far this season for the Bullfrogs is batting .256, has played in 12 games and has recorded 11 hits. The 1-1 to him. Runs wide, moves the count 2-1. The mentions here in Green Bay, 326 down the left field line, 390 dead center, and 332 down the right field line. 2-1 pitch, that runs high. Hitters count now, 3 balls and a strike. Kyle Bino stands on deck for the Frogs. Not the largest stadium in the Northwoods League, but definitely not the shortest. 3-1 pitch, swung on, fouled back, a full count now. We've seen many balls get out of here. However, there really haven't been that many hit by Bullfrog players. They normally get their home run balls out on the road. They have not had one on the weekend. Payoff pitch, swung on, line drive to the shortstop. He makes the grab. Off the bat, it looked like it's going to be an easy base hit to left field, but the shortstop, Chris Cornelius, makes up for his bumble earlier. Running to his right, makes the grab, stretching out to his right. So now 2 outs on the board. Alonzo Jones still standing over at third, hand on hip, awaiting. Kyle Bino, the Youngstown State product, stands in. The right-handed hitter so far on the season for the Bullfrogs comes into the game supporting a .220 batting average. First pitch he sees. Fastball that runs low, and it gets past A.J. Lewis, and Alonzo Jones easily comes across. A.J. Lewis had no idea where the ball was. Bullfrogs take a 1-0 lead, and Kyle Bino didn't have to swing the bat. It's a fastball that runs low across the plate, gets between the legs of A.J. Lewis, throws off the mask, looks around, but can't find the ball, and Alonzo Jones easily stomps on home plate and gives his Frogs a 1-0 lead here against the Dock Spiders. So Kyle Bino will come set now with nobody on, relieves a little bit of pressure against him. The 1-0 pitch to him. Swung on and missed. He was ahead, 1-1. Bino last night was the lone Bullfrog that did not manage a base hit. However, did record a sacrifice RBI. 1-1 pitch runs inside, a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. That coming 2 days, or rather the day after he had to manage 2 hits. He was the lone Bullfrog that had a multi-hit game in the 13-1 loss against the Bullfrogs. As the 2-1 pitch runs high at the chest for ball 3. Hitters count now, 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs on the board. Troy Johnston stands on deck for the Frogs. 3-1, swung on, fouled back into the backstop. Bino just over that one. The ball boy runs over and gets it. We talked about last night, you don't realize how much of a role that the ball plays into the game until you have players running after balls that get away or coaches that have to go do it. So nice to have the little one back. Payoff pitch to Bino. Swung on, a fly ball into right. Right fielder Wolf running forward now. The second baseman actually calls him off, KV Edwards, and gets underneath of it and makes the play right in front of Wolf, who lost it in the sun. So the Bullfrogs don't manage a hit in the inning, but they manage a run, as Alonzo Jones got the second off of a throwing error and then moved over to third off after a ground ball, and then a pass ball brings him across. Bullfrogs lead 1-0 after 1 frame. On to the second we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl and Oconto and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. It is a absolutely gorgeous Monday evening here in Green Bay. The fans are out, the burgers are sizzling, and the beer is flowing here at Joanne's, and it is a great night for Green Bay Bullfrog baseball. They have a 1-0 lead over the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders after Alonzo Jones comes across to score on a pass ball. Due up here in the top of the second inning for the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders will be Chris Cornelius, Nick Fortes, and KV Edwards. Chris Cornelius out of Missouri, in fact grew up in Missouri, out of St. Louis, digs in. The right-handed hitter awaits the offering from the right-handed pitcher Michael Bolke. First pitch he throws, a fastball right across Broadway, and a 1 count. Bolke rocks back and sends in the 0-1 to Cornelius. That's a fastball that runs high and wide. About chest level. Just a few inches off of the zone there. 1-1. Bolke comes set, rocks back and sends in the 1-1. Swung on, fouled away right side, past the concession stand here on the right side, where there's some grandstand bleacher seating on the right side with a large concession stands, and then there's some club seating down the first base line, and then the beer garden out in right field. That's what's going on here on the left side. The 1-2 pitch runs high and wide. Chin music for Cornelius. Dodges away from it. Evens the count 2-2. And it's basically the same thing down the left field line, but instead of the Liney's deck, there's the bouncy house out there that kids get to play on. 2-2 pitch runs high. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And then, of course, the Bud Light Beach Garden, or Beach Club, rather, out in left field, which is a beer garden, if you will. There's actually a beach out there with some different sand and whatnot. 3-2 pitch runs high and inside, ball 4. Chris Cornelius gets on base to lead off this second inning, and Nick Fortes, the designated hitter, will dig in. Fortes out of Mississippi University. The sophomore this past season in just 17 games would have batted 194. Out of high school was a second-team All-American. First pitch he sees, fastball right across the zone. But it runs high. I thought that one was in there. The count moves to 1-0. Bolke readjusts his hat, comes set. Checks the runner over at first, deals in the 1-0. Fastball, that one finds the outside black. 1-1. Nick Fortes so far this season for the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders comes into the game batting .257. 1-1 pitch, swung on a line drive, foul territory for the top of the line. He's deck 10 out there. Another souvenir for some lucky fan. And as mentioned here on a Monday night, you'd think that today's crowd would be worse than yesterday's. Of course, a Sunday night showdown, but I think tonight's is better. 1-2 pitch runs high, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, there's limited spacing between the bleacher seating on the left side and the right side, and then the club seating almost looks packed to the brim. 2-2 pitch. That one just misses the outside black as well, just missing by an inch. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs on the board. Cornelius stands over at first base. The freshman from Missouri takes his lead, and Bolke deals. Runner off, swung on. It's a fly ball deep in dead center. Tracking back is Jones, makes the play. Throws it back in. The runner had managed to get all the way to second, so he scampers back to first. 1 down. That will bring up KV Edwards, the second baseman, as the hit and run attempt for the Dock Spiders does not go as planned. KV Edwards, a relative newcomer to this team for the Dock Spiders. Of course, was not on not on the team the last time the Bullfrogs faced off against them. Comes into the game batting just .222. The righty comes set and awaits the offering from Bolke, who deals in a fastball. That's in there. 0-1 right across the plate. This is Edwards' just 9th game of the year. A 1 pitch to him. That's a fastball that runs low in the dirt. moves the count. A ball and a strike and out on the board. Runner over at first, and Chris Cornelius takes his lead, and Bulkey gives him a look. The righty deals in the 1-1 pitch. Check swing from Edwards, didn't go around. He watched the ball go all the way into the mitt. It was a ball high. So a 2-1 count now. Edwards will throw his lumber down on the plate and await. The 2-1. That one just misses high as well. Bulkey peppering the black here, or rather just outside of it. I mean, it is just missing every pitch. Little left, little low, little high. Matter of time till he finds the zone here. Good eye from Edwards, however. 3-1 pitch, ground ball left side. Riley throw to second, not in time. It's a slow grounder to the shortstop, Riley Smith. Running to his right, scoops up the slow grounder that Alex Pinner, the third baseman, couldn't put his glove on. He's all the way back at the cusp of the outfield grass. Instead of attempting the long throw to first, elects for a dart to second. But Cornelius slides in safely. So there's one out on the board, and now runners at first and second as KV Edwards gets the first hit of the game. Eric Gillenbach watches one go by for a strike. Just finds the outside black. The crowd gives it a big clap as tonight Gillenbach's the beer batter for the Dock Spiders. Bulkey checks the runner at second, and Cornelius gives him another look. Deals in the 0-1. Got away from him that time, well outside. Hamilton has to get out of his stance to grab it to his right. So 1 ball and 1 strike count. Gillenbach stands in as the black bat today for the Dock Spiders. He waves it around. The 1-1 pitch swung on. It's a pop-up in the infield. First baseman Bourbon has the call, gets underneath of it, and grabs the out. The second out of the inning will bring up the new batter, Colin Ridout, the third baseman. Ridout so far this season batting just .222 and has played in 22 games, managed 16 hits, and has 10 RBIs. So he draws an X on the plate with his back and stands in. Supporting the black batting gloves, takes a cut at the first pitch he sees. Pop up into shallow left field. In fact, the shortstop, Riley Smith, can't make the play. The run comes across to the score, and the throw to third, not on target. And Pinner tried to get the runner in Edwards out with a tag, but it is just a debacle there for the Bullfrogs. I'm not sure if it got caught in the air there or what happened, but the shortstop, Riley Smith, who is kind of adapting to playing shortstop as he's filling in for Aaron Plester, who has gone home on the season, moves to shortstop, was playing second base for the Bullfrogs. And what would have been the third out of the inning is now the first run for the Dock Spiders. Runners on the corners now after the 9-hole hitter Ridout stands at first. A.J. Lewis swings at the first pitch he sees. Second baseman Ben Hart gets underneath of it, makes the grab. They're able to find that one in the air, and the Bullfrogs retire at the top of the second inning. But not before a run comes across after the pop-up that nobody could get under. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, historic Joanne Stadium. Bottom of the second inning about to get underway, and both teams have managed runs here in the game. We're pretty early in the game, in fact, as it's the bottom of the second. The Bullfrogs would take a 1-0 lead as Alonzo Jones scored on a pass ball, and the Dock Spiders got the run back in the top of the second when Chris Cornelius came across to score on the E6. So 2 unearned runs have come across here in the game as we're tied 1-1. Troy Johnson will dig in here for the Bullfrogs, the 5-hole hitter out of Gonzaga University. The designated hitter today for the Bullfrogs stands in. Lefty supports those Gonzaga batting gloves and watches the first one run high. 1-0 count. Johnson comes set, gives a little check swing and awaits. The 1-0 pitch to him, swung on, fouled back into the backstop. 1 ball and a 1 strike.
Designated hitter, Troy Johnson.
Brad Hamilton stands on deck for the Bullfrogs, and Alex Pinner is in the hole. Johnson stands in, resting his bat on his shoulder. A 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Johnson falls behind 1-2. Johnson on the season for the Bullfrogs, batting .263 on the year, but does lead the team in RBIs with 18. 1-2 pitch to him. Swing and a miss. The first K of the day for the left-handed hurler, Jack Collins. That will bring up Brad Hamilton, the catcher. Hamilton, of course, leading this Green Bay Bullfrogs team in batting average. If you take in the league statistic of at-bat, or rather plate appearances to get ranked. He's batting .341. Takes a swing at the first pitch he sees. Grounder to the shortstop. Long throw across the field in time. What a play by the shortstop, Chris Cornelius. Hamilton, not the fastest guy in the dugout for the Bullfrogs, can't beat it out. Would have been an infield single for some of the other Bullfrogs. But Hamilton can't beat out the throw from Chris Cornelius, who has an error on the game, but manages to scoop that one and falling away from first, makes the long throw over, retires the batter, 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Alex Pinner, the first baseman. He watches a fastball run wide, just missing the outside portion of the plate, 1-0. Ben Hart stands on deck for the Bullfrogs now. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Evens the count, 1-1. One pitch. That one misses low and inside. So a 2-1 count here with 2 outs on the board. Bottom of the second, tied up 1-1. Jack Collins, the lefty, rocks back and sends in the 2-1. That one misses low. So a 3-1 count here. Alex Pinner, the switch hitter, batting righty against the left-handed pitcher at a Scottsdale Community College. Waves the lumber around. The 3-1 pitch to him, runs wide, and the Bullfrogs have their first base runner of the inning in Alex Pinner. He stands over at first after the walk, and Ben Hart, the second baseman, will dig in. Hart on the season for the Bullfrogs comes into the game supporting a .263 batting average. Has 9 RBIs on the year. Last night had a pretty good game. He went 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. The righty from Oakland awaits. Collins checks the runner at first and deals in the fastball that runs high and inside. Just across the letters there that are etched in American flag colors. Here for America Weekend is what the Bullfrogs have tabbed it. The 1-1. Swung on, a little chopper to the third baseman that stays. No, it does not. It's foul. It's a bouncer that looks like it's going to be a play for the third baseman Ridout, but it hits the edge of the base path and travels foul. 1-1. After the foul, and Ben Hart, who was all the way over at first, has to go pick up his lumber and come back set. He digs in, and the left-handed pitcher, Collins, takes a deep breath and deals him the 1-1. It's swung on. It's a line drive into left center, but the center fielder, Joe Bro, has a read on it and he makes the grab. One runner left on base here in the bottom of the second inning. The Bullfrogs don't manage a hit or a run. We're tied up 1-1. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Hello, welcome back. Joanne Stadium here on a gorgeous Monday evening in Green Bay and historic Joanne Stadium. Top of the third inning about to get underway here. We're due up 4. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders is Joe Bro, the center fielder. Would fly out to center his last time up. First pitch he sees. Ground ball to the second baseman. Hart scoops it, but does not throw it, as Joe Bro, losing his speed, was already across the plate, or rather base, I should say, when Hart got the ball in his hand. So an infield single for Joe Bro leads off the top of the third, and Brandon Wolf will dig in. Wolf, his last time up, would get on base due to the E5. Wolf, the right-handed hitter, stands in and awaits. The righty, Bulky, deals him a fastball that runs inside. About belt level, just missing the zone, 1-0. One-0 pitch. That one runs wide as well. A 2-0 count now for Wolf, who comes into the game is batting .213. He comes set, throws the back down on the plate, and waves it around. Would go 3 for 3 in the first game of the doubleheader yesterday against the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors. Watches the 2-0 run inside, a 3-0 count now. The delivery right across Broadway. 81-mile-per-hour fastball moves the count to 3-1. No outs on the board and a runner over at first, and Joe Bro, he got on due to the infield single. The 3-1 pitch, that's a breaking ball that finds the zone. Moves the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, no outs on the board. Just got underway with the top of the third inning. We're tied up 1-1. Runner off from first. Ball swung on, a fly ball into right. Tanner Poole running forward, can't make the sliding play. They're going to hold up the runner at third, and they're going to hold Brandon Wolf at first. Joe Bro using that speed. It's a hit and run that's executed perfectly by the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders. Tanner Poole out in right field tries to make the sliding play, basket catch, but can't put his glove on it. Joe Bro, by the time that Tanner Poole started sliding, was rounding second already. On his way to third, he gets there standing up, and Wolf gets over to first standing up as the Dock Spiders have strung together 2 hits in a row here. Mangieri swings at the first pitch he sees. That's a pop-up left side, shallow left field. Left fielder Johnston makes the grab. First out on the board as Luke Mangieri swung at the first pitch he saw. Sent it out into left field, and of course we saw the shortstop for the Bullfrogs, Riley Smith, have trouble with it and had an error as the Bullfrogs already have 2 on the day. That time, left fielder Kyle Bino calling him off and recorded the first out. Runners on the corners, however, remain, and Chris Cornelius digs in. First pitch he sees, a fastball that runs low, a 1-0 count. Chris Cornelius, his last time, would manage a walk and come around to score for the Dock Spiders. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Moves the count to 1-1 with an out on the board. Cornelius digs in, adjusts his batting helmet, comes set. Supporting the blue batting gloves. Breaking ball just misses the upper portion of the zone there. Count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Wolf takes a lead at first. Bro takes his from third. Bulky worried about Wolf over at first. Steps off the mound as he was concerned with his large lead. Bulky gives him a long look over at first and comes set. Deals in the 2-1. Swung on a belting fly ball. Foul territory. Right side over into the parking lot. In fact, past the concession stand. Moves the count even, however. 2-2 now. Bulky checks the runner at first. Throws back to first. Wolf slides back safely, no problem. Wolf retakes his lead. Bulky gives him a gander. Deals in the 2-2. Fastball that runs high and inside, about neck level of Cornelius, and it's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes and out on the board. Runners at first and third. Joe Bro just 90 feet away from giving the Dock Spiders the lead. Runner off, swing and a miss. Throw to second. In time, a strike him out, throw him out for the Bullfrogs. That will end the top of the third inning as Michael Bulky grabs his first strikeout of the day, and Brad Hamilton throws down his first runner of the day. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
There you'll find our parking staff with giant teeth inflatables. Whichever base.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, historic Joanne Stadium for a gorgeous July 3rd evening here at the Bullfrogs home plate. Crowded stands, nice breeze, great weather, and some great baseball. The Bullfrogs tied up with the Dock Spiders 1-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Due up for the Bullfrogs is the 9-hole hitter Willie Bourbon. Bourbon, the first baseman today for the Bullfrogs, digs in, the left-handed hitter out of Northwestern. He awaits the offering from Jack Collins. It's a fastball that runs high. 1-0 count here with no outs on the board. Just got underway here with the bottom of the third inning. Tied up 1-1. Collins kicks the leg, sends in the 1-0. Swung on, fouled off. Left side past the grandstands and over into the picnic area. That's actually past the grandstands on the left side. Bullfrogs, of course, coming off of a victory last night against the Wisconsin Rapids. That's not true. They're coming off a victory against the Battle Creek Bombers, of course. Fond du Lac coming off of a 2-3 series win against the Raptors. 2-1 pitch, runs high and wide. A 3-1 count now. And the Bullfrogs, they were struggling. Coming into the game on a 4-game losing streak. They had won just 2 of their last 8 games. They had been outscored by a combined number of runs as the 3-1 pitch is swung on. It's a blooper over towards the shortstop, Chris Cornelius. He makes the grab, traveling into the outfield grass. First batter retired.
Bullfrogs, number 20, center fielder, Alonzo Jones.
In their past 3 games, the Bullfrogs have been outscored 19-2. So last night, a much-needed blowout win for the Bullfrogs. They win last night's game 13-4. Alonzo Jones, the leadoff hitter now for the Frogs, stands in. Watches a fastball come across for a strike. An 0-1 count. Jones stands back in. The Vanderbilt freshman All-American awaits. The 0-1 pitch to him. Another fastball swung on, a grounder that takes a large hop over the shortstop's head. Not sure what Alonzo Jones is doing that's working for him, but everything seems to be going in his way. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a routine out for Chris Cornelius, and then it just catches the lip of the infield grass, and it hops over his head. Couldn't have planned it any better. Jones will take it, gets a big high five from first base coach Mike Ramazzotti, and now takes his lead. Riley Smith, the shortstop for the Bullfrogs today, will dig in. The right-handed hitter out of the University of Minnesota awaits the offering from Collins. The delivery shows bunt, pulls it away. Came across for a strike, 0-1. A.J. Lewis, the catcher for the Fond du Lac, hops out of his stance and fakes his snap throw, but Jones back safely. That's the first hit of the ball game for the Bullfrogs. Throw back to first. Jones scampers back, no slide. Stands out on that first base bag that's decorated in American colors. Red and blue plate with a star on top. Same thing over on the third base side. The second base bag is actually an American flag. A 1 pitch, runner off. Swung on, a belting line driving left, right to the left fielder Gillenbach, and Jones will run back over to first base. 1 batter retired. A well-hit ball by Riley Smith, but as mentioned, right at Eric Gillenbach out there. I don't think he moved. It was hit right to him, raised the glove, and made the grab. Alonzo Jones has to run back as the hit and run attempt for the Bullfrogs does not go as planned. Tanner Poole now digs in for the Frogs with 2 outs on the board. The right fielder, his last time up, did not manage a base hit. Swings at the first pitch he sees. Slow grounder to the second baseman, Edwards. Scooped, and the play is made. Beats out Tanner Poole by a couple of steps, and the Bullfrogs go down, leaving Alonzo Jones stranded. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned. We're tied up 1-1.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Did you know that we here at the O'Connell Pharmacy would mail your prescriptions to you? At the O'Connell Pharmacy, we would like to make things easy for you. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Hello and welcome back to historic Joanne Stadium. Top of the fourth inning, about to get underway. Bullfrogs tied up with the Dock Spiders here 1-1. Both teams scoring unearned runs. Due up here in this top of the fourth inning for the Dock Spiders will be Nick Fortes, the designated hitter. Fortes out of Ole Miss this past season, played in just 17 games for the Rebels. First pitch he sees, a breaking ball and runs wide, 1-0. Haven't seen too many breaking balls from Bulky so far in this one. Bulky, of course, on the season, supporting a 5.69 ERA. 1-0 pitch runs low in the dirt, 2-0. Had pitched in just 6 1/3 innings on the year, the least amount in the entire bullpen. 2-0 pitch swung on, ground ball left side, that finds the gap. That'll be a base hit for Nick Fortes. Shortstop Riley Smith dives out into the infield grass to grab it, so it'll go down as an infield single for Nick Fortes to lead off this fourth inning. The Dock Spiders would lead off the third inning with a hit as well from Joe Bro, but he would be stranded over at third base. KV Edwards now digs in for the Dock Spiders. Right-handed hitter. Slaps his bat across the plate and awaits. Supporting those black batting gloves. Watches the first one run high, a fastball across the eyes, inside, 1-0. KV Edwards out of Putnam City, Oklahoma. 1-0 pitch swung on, a foul ball that's blooped over into the dugout of the Bullfrogs, in fact. Moves the count even, a ball and a strike. Edwards supporting the batter sleeve on the left arm as well as the Evo shield and the shin guard on the left leg. He stands in. This is his first game against the Bullfrogs this season. 1-1 pitch finds the inside corner. Edwards watched it all the way into the glove, 1-2. Bulky rearranges the dirt near the rubber, now toes it. Checks the runner over at first. Deals in the 1-2. Breaking ball. Swung on and missed. A nice pitch from Michael Bulky, and it's his second strikeout of the night. That will bring up Eric Gillenbach, who his last time up would pop up to first base. So an out on the board here in Green Bay. Top of the fourth inning, we're tied up 1-1. Eric Gillenbach, the left fielder, digs in. Gillenbach on the season, batting just .171 for the Spiders. First pitch to him, swung on, a line drive down the left field line, foul into the Beach Club out there in left. As there's a kid that runs down there and gets himself a nice souvenir, as a couple of people have managed to hang out there in the Beach Club. And Gillenbach stands back in. Right-handed batter awaits. 0-1 pitch to him, a breaking ball that finds its way back into the zone. An 0-2 count now. A nice pitch from the right-handed pitcher out of Bethel University. Runner at first takes his lead, and Nick Fortes. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Crowd goes wild as the beer batter strikes out. They love it. And I'm talking all of the dads in the stands have gotten up and they are running over to the concession stand now. You should see them. Even the quartet who sang the national anthem before the game, they're going over to the beer stand. You got to love the Northwoods League. That'll bring up Colin Ridout, the third baseman. Throw back to first. Runner at first slides back in safely, Nick Fortes. So it's two straight strikeouts for the right-handed pitcher out of Bethel University, Michael Bulky. The delivery swung on, fouled back. Count moves to 0-1. The left-handed hitter Ridout out of Tennessee Wesleyan University. The junior so far this past season for Tennessee Wesleyan would smack 18 home runs. Swings at that one. It's a fly ball into left. Kyle Benio takes a bad read on it, and it drops in fair territory out there, and they're going to hold up the runner at third, and the runner, or rather batter in Ridout, will round first and get all the way over to second. Kyle Benio off the bat started running forward and then realized that he had a bad read on it and starts to run out farther into the outfield. He has had his struggles out in left field this season. Normally a right fielder for the Bullfrogs. However, out in left, he's had his troubles. In Wausau, he would have 2 errors out there. However, that one will go down as a hit as Ridout gets all the way over to second. Runners at second and third. Breaking ball misses. It was wide, a 1-0 count. A.J. Lewis has dug in, the right-handed hitter out of Missouri. The freshman stands in, awaiting the offering. Michael Bolke stares him down and comes set. He's in a bind now with runners at second and third. 1-0 pitch, runs low, a 2-0 count. Doc Spiders threatening to take the lead here. Fortes at third. Ridout at second. Lewis waves his lumber around, awaiting. The 2-0 pitch just misses the upper outside portion of the plate by inches. A 3-0 count now. Bolke deals in the 3-0, and it runs inside. Ball 4 hits A.J. Lewis right in the hip. That one hurt. He didn't like it either. He threw his bat all the way over towards the dugout. That one's got to be painful. Pitch gets away from Bolke here. After his defense doesn't quite help him out on a fly ball that would have been a tough play for Benio to make out there in left. But it would have been the third out. So the base is now loaded, and Joe Bro, the center fielder, digs in. 1 for 2 on the day, would manage a base hit his last time up. First pitch he sees, fastball that finds the outside corner. 0-1. Bro, the left-handed hitter, of course, out of McLennan Community College. Just finished up his sophomore season. Crouched open stance. Takes a cut at the 0-1. Fouls it away left side. Bounces on top of the bouncy house. 0-2. Bro will step out. Spit out his saliva and stand back in. Bolke, the righty and a Bethel comes set. Kicks the leg, sends in the 0-2. It's a fastball that runs way wide. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. 2 outs on the board. Bases loaded. Top of the 4th inning, we're tied up 1-1. Bolke, the right-handed pitcher, deals in the 1-2 pitch. A breaking ball that goes from 9-3, but it runs high. And it evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Joe Bro batting .286 on the year. The 2-2 pitch gets between the legs of Brad Hamilton, and a run comes across for the Doc Spiders. It's through the 5-hole, and it's all the way to the backstop. And it's an easy run scored for Nick Fortes. He comes across and emphatically starts on home plate, giving the Doc Spiders a 2-1 lead here on the road. Joe Bro stands back in. There's a full count up on the board with 2 outs. The payoff. Swung on, fouled away left side as well. Just a bit late on it.
Another full ball brought to you by Tri-City Glass and Door. Call 920-468-7820.
Bro stands back in an open stance. The left-handed batter awaits. The payoff. Swung on. That's a little blooper into left field. That drops fair. 1 run will come across for the Doc Spiders. They're sending in Edwards as well, and he will get there standing up. The Doc Spiders have scored all 3 runners that were on base to start off this inning. And Joe Bro manages a 2 RBI double here in the top of the 4th. Doc Spiders take a 4-1 lead here. And Brandon Wolf, the right fielder will dig in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Got on base both times up, however. Would get on base back in that first inning off of an E5. He stands in and awaits. Delivery to him, runs wide. 1-0. The right fielder awaits the 1-0 pitch to him. That's a fastball that finds the outside portion. 1 ball and a strike. Runner takes a lead at second. Bulkey gives him a glance. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball right side. Ben Hart running, manages to grab it, to throw to first in time. Good play by the second baseman, Ben Hart. It's a dribbler towards right field. It looks like off the bat it might be a tough one for Ben Hart. Manages to get his glove on it, comes set, darts a throw to first, just beating out the runner and leaving one stranded. But 3 runs come across here in the top of the 4th inning, and the Dock Spiders take a 4-1 lead. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just a penny each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day of event only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
Festival Foods, remember, at Festival Foods, it's the little thing.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here. Bottom of the 4th inning about to get underway. The Bullfrogs currently trail the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders by 3. It's a 4-1 advantage in favor of Fondy. Kyle Bino, the left fielder today for the Frogs, will dig in.
Number 34, left fielder Kyle
Bino, his last time up, would pop up to the second baseman. He digs in, delivery to him. Fastball swung on line, drive up the middle of the field. A base hit for Kyle Bino. Center fielder Joe Brower run up, scoop it up, and throw it into the infield. A well-hit ball by Kyle Bino. Jack Collins, the pitcher, throws his glove up in the air to try to make the play, but there's no shot. It's over his head. Bino leads off the 4th inning with a base hit. Troy Johnson, the designated hitter, now digs in. He struck out his last time up. First pitch to him, swung on, found away left side. An 0-1 count. The Gonzaga kid will stand back in. And Collins comes set at the hip. Gives Bino a look over at first. Deals in the 0-1. Breaking ball that runs inside for a ball. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Troy Johnson comes into the game, this actually being his 100th at-bat of the season. Batting .262, has 2 homers and 18 RBIs. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Johnston behind that one. A nice fastball from the lefty. Troy Johnson this past year at Gonzaga just finished up his freshman season where he would bat .323. Had a great first year. 1-2 pitch, runs low between the legs of Collins, and Bino off from first. No throw from A.J. Lewis. Found it a bit late. Count moves to 2-2 after the ball was in the dirt. Lewis frustrated with himself for not being able to find it quicker. And that's the second time he's had trouble finding a ball that got between his legs. So a 2-2 count. Runner takes a lead at second in Bino. Collins stares him down and deals in the 2-2. Swung on, it's a chopper to the second baseman, Edwards. Throw to first. In time. Beating out Johnson by a step. It's a slow little chopper over towards the second baseman, KV Edwards. For a moment, you start to think that Johnston might be able to beat it out. But a good play by the second baseman, Edwards, who scoops it up and sidearm tosses it over towards Mangieri, beating out Johnston by a half a step. One batter retired, and the catcher, Brad Hamilton, now digs in. The righty out of Kent State watches the first one go by, actually takes a cut at it. It's a high pop-up in the infield. First baseman Mangieri gets underneath of it and makes the grab. Brad Hamilton, frustrated with himself afterwards, on his jog over to first, slams the bat down into the dirt. 2 outs on the board, and Alex Pinner will now dig in. The switch hitter out of Scottsdale Community College gives a big, hefty swing and stands in. He's going to be batting righty here versus the left-handed pitcher. And the delivery to him. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Pinner, though, JUCO All-American this past year at Scottsdale, will be playing his college ball for Mississippi State next year. Jack Collins, the lefty, takes a deep breath, kicks his leg, and sends in the 0-1. A nice breaking ball that finds the lower portion. 0-2. Kyle Bino stands over at third base, got over there after the ground out by Hamilton. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, that's a chopper back to Jack Collins on the mound. Throw to first. In time, he makes the play. Bullfrogs leave a runner stranded over at third. And that will do it for the fourth inning. On to the fifth we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin. Every Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in Wisconsin is this: without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here at Joanne Stadium, top of the fifth inning, about to get underway, where the Bullfrogs have a deficit in front of them, and they trail the Dock Spiders 4-1. It'll still be Michael Bulkey out on the bump here in the top of the fifth inning for the Frogs. The right-handed pitcher out of Bethel University so far on the day has pitched 4 complete innings, allowed 6 hits and 3 earned runs. Has a walk and 3 strikeouts. The righty awaits as Luke Mangieri, the first baseman, digs in. Mangieri, the lefty, watches the first one go by. A fastball that finds the outside corner. 0-1. Mangieri on the day 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Stands in, supporting the wrist tape on both arms. Watches the 0-1 run inside at the knees, 1-1. got the Evo shield and the shin guard on, gives a big old swing outside the batter's box and steps back in. Bulky rocks back and sends in the 1-1. It's a fastball that just misses the zone there. Moves the count 2 balls and a strike. Fond du Lac, of course, in their first season in the Northwoods League. Two 2-1 pitch. That one finds the zone. Another nice pitch from Bulky. 2-2. Of course, one of 2 newcomers to the Northwoods League, the Bismarck Larks, the other team. They're in the North Division. The Dock Spiders find themselves here in the South. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive, foul. To the right of the first base bag there. Gets all the way over into the bullpen of the Bullfrogs, in fact. And Mangieri, the left-handed hitter, stands back in. Mangieri out of Bradley University awaits. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball just misses the zone there. I thought that was going to be strike 3. But a full count instead, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mangieri awaits the offering. The payoff. Swung on, a line drive deep into center. Alonzo Jones has a read on it and makes the grab. Kind of stutter steps out there at first. You know he's always going to get to it, but he makes it look tough out there. Of course, Alonzo Jones, the second baseman this past season and his freshman season at Vanderbilt, is making a transition into center field. And so from time to time, he looks a little awkward out there. He'll make some funny reads to the ball, but he has the speed to recover. One batter retired here in the top of the 5th. Chris Cornelius now digs in. First pitch he sees, a fastball that runs high at the neck, 1-0. Cornelius on the day, 0 for 1, would strike out his last time up in the 3rd. Watches one go by for a strike. Count moves to 1-1. He's out of Missouri. The freshman won his starting job this past season for Missouri. As he watches the 1-1 go by wide. 2-1 count now. Was actually the first shortstop to win, or rather the first freshman to win the shortstop position since all the way back in 2008. Takes a cut at the 2-1 pitch and misses, moves the count to 2-2. Bulky rocks back and sends that one in. It swung on and fouled away back past the backstop here. 2-2.
Tri-City Glass and Door. Call 920-468-7820.
Had a great year this past season at Mizzou as well. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, that's in there. Ring him up, second out on the board. Cornelius knew it right away. A curveball from Michael Bulky that is just dirty. Comes all the way to the point where it almost looks like it's going to hit Cornelius and breaks all the way inside over the plate even. Second batter retired here in the top of the 5th. And Nick Fortes, the designated hitter, digs in. Watches the first pitch go by wide. A 1-0 count. Fortes on the day, 1 for 2. Would lead off the 4th inning with a base hit and would come around to score. 1-0. Misses wide as well. Bulky falls behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. The righty from Bethel comes set, rocks back and sends in the 2-0. It's a fastball that runs wide. A 3-0 count now. Misses high and wide as well. So after a strikeout, Bulky throws 4 straight balls. And the Dock Spiders have a runner on over at first. That'll bring up KV Edwards, the second baseman. He's 1 for 2 on the day. is one of those 4 strikeout victims of Bulky. First pitch he sees, swung on, fouled away right side. 0-1.
And there's your reminder for all your glass and door needs. Call Tri-City Glass and Door at 920-468-7820.
0-1 pitch comes across the plate. 0-2 now with 2 outs on the board. Runner takes a lead over at first. Bulky gives him a look. Deals in the 0-2. Breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Drop strike 3. However, they're going to finish the play off at first and end the inning. Michael Bulky throws 2 strikeouts here in the top of the 5th inning. He's now got 6 on the day. We're going to move on to the bottom of the 5th after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Frogs.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selections.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning here at historic Joanne Stadium. The Bullfrogs trail the Dock Spiders 4-1. It will still be Jack Collins out on the bump for the Dock Spiders. So far in this one, Collins has pitched 4 innings, allowed just 2 hits, no earned runs, has walked 1 and struck out 1. Due up for the Bullfrogs will be the second baseman, Ben Hart, the 8-hole hitter. So it'll be the 8-9-1 hitters in this one. Willie Bourbon on deck and Alonzo Jones in the hole. The lefty in Collins comes set and Hart awaits. Watches the first one go by inside, a fastball, 1-0. Ben Hart out of Oakland University, where this past season would bat just 200 for the Golden Grizzly, but would be labeled an All-Horizon League second-team member back in 2016. So he's had his fair share of good baseball at Oakland, but had a bit of a struggle this past season. He watched the 1-0 go by. That actually got away from the catcher Lewis as well, all the way over to the backstop. 0-2 count now. The delivery finds the inside corner. A 2-1 count. Hart ahead. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, of course, coming off of a series win against the South Division leaders. 2-1 pitch comes across Broadway, 2-2. Where they swept the South Division leaders in a doubleheader. 2-0, obviously. And the Bullfrogs coming off a victory as well. Dock Spiders currently sit at 8th in the South. Bullfrogs at 9th. 2-2 pitch runs high and inside. Another fastball. Full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Willie Bourbon stands on deck for the Frogs, and Ben Hart awaits. Jack Collins, the lefty, stares him down. Rocks back, kick, sends it in. Swung on a sky-rocketed pop-up in the infield grass. A.J. Lewis, the catcher, has the read on it and makes the grab. A good play from the catcher. A.J. Lewis threw off the mask, called off his third baseman, Ridout, got underneath of it, and make the grab. 1 retire. That'll bring up Willie Bourbon. Bourbon's last time up popped up to the shortstop, as the Bullfrog seems to have popped up to quite the many batters here tonight already. Or rather, fielders here today. Bourbon stands in, and the lefty Collins rocks back and sends them the first pitch of the at-bat. A nice breaking ball that finds its way back into the zone, 0-1 to lead off the at-bat. Bullfrogs will travel out to Fond du Lac tomorrow to take on the Dock Spiders on the road. 0-1 pitch, check swing. Did he go around? He did. Falls behind the count 0-2. Urban comes set, draws the X with his bat across the plate, and awaits. The 0-2 pitch to him. Gets away from the catcher. In fact, bounced off the plate. 1-2 count now. Bullfrogs come into the game 12-21 on the year. Of course, we're on a 4-game losing streak before last night's contact. Looking to bounce back here in this first half of the season and carry some momentum into the second half. The 1-2 pitch ran wide as well, a 2-2 count. The 2-2 delivery to Bourbon. Swung on and foul tipped into the mitt of A.J. Lewis. It's a strikeout for Jack Collins. And it's the second out on the board here in the bottom of the fifth. Alonzo Jones will now dig in for the Bullfrogs as they continue to have their struggles at the plate. Jones, however, has been on base twice tonight. Got on due to an error and then would manage a base hit his last time up to lead off the third inning. Jones stands in, the switch hitter out of Vanderbilt. Batting righty against the left-handed pitcher, watches a fastball run wide, 1-0. Looked it all the way into the glove. One-0 delivery, swung on, fouled back into the backstop. 1-1. Jones comes into the game for the Bullfrogs, supporting a .404 batting average. Watches run inside, low and at his feet. Count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Jack Collins rocks back and sends in the 2-1. That one runs high as well, a 3-1 count now with 2 outs on the board. Bottom of the fifth inning, Riley Smith stands on deck. The 3-1. Swung on. It's a fly ball into right. Shallow right, in fact, that the second baseman calls off the right fielder, Brendan Wolf. Gets underneath of it and makes the grab. Bullfrogs go down in order in the fifth inning. We're going to move to the sixth now. The Bullfrogs trail the Dock Spiders 4-1. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brewpub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brewpub Pizza. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here, about to get underway with the top of the sixth inning at historic Joe Anney Stadium. New pitcher out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. It will be Anthony Eglin out of Trinity College. So Michael Bolke's day has come to a close. So he would pitch 5 innings for the Bullfrogs, allow 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. Would walk 2 and strike out 5. to be fair to Michael Bolke, really those runs not his fault. As with 2 outs on the board, there would be a fly ball out to left field where Kyle Bino would have some trouble reading it off the bat and could not come up with the ball. 2 runs would come across on that RBI double for the Dock Spiders. Those RBIs being awarded to Colin Ridout, of course. So about to get underway here at the top of the 6th. Due up for the Dock Spiders will be Eric Gillenbach. Gillenbach on the day 0 for 2 with his strikeout and a pop-up over to first base. Anthony Eglin comes set and deals to him. It's a fastball that comes across for a strike, 85 miles per hour, 0-1. This past season at Trinity College, Anthony Eglin would have a pretty good year. As he deals in the 0-1 pitch, it's a blooper to the shortstop, Riley Smith, who makes the play on the first bounce. Throws it across the field, and it's in time. First batter retired. I wanted to say second base there, of course, as Riley Smith is moved from second base over to shortstop, filling in for Anthony Pleschner, who has left the team. Anthony Eglin this past season at Trinity College would have 6 starts where he would throw 10 strikeouts and post a 6.50 ERA. During his sophomore season would be an ace for the Bantams. First pitch he throws to Colin Ridout is swung on and missed, 0-1. Ridout behind on it, an 86 mile per hour heater from the righty out of Florida. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, check swing, didn't go around. In fact, got past the catcher Hamilton as well. So 1 ball and 1 strike here. An out on the board and nobody on. Top of the 6th inning, Bullfrogs trail by 3, 4-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, it's a line driving to right. That drops foul. Just about a couple feet from that right field line. Bounces one time and just off of the liney's deck, boarding out there in right field. So Ridout will step out, kick his cleats with his bat, and stand back in. Ridout this past season played for Tennessee Wesleyan University. The 1-2 pitch to him. Fastball that runs high and wide, evens the count 2-2. At Wesleyan University, Ridout would have a standout year. Would bat .333 with 59 RBIs. The 2-2. Swung on, it's a blooper foul left side that time. So was ahead of one and then got behind on the next. He stands in with some royal blue cleats. They really stick out. The 2-2 pitch swung on. It's a blooper to the second baseman. Hart can't field it cleanly, but has enough time to pick it up and throw it over to first for the out. First batter retired. That'll bring us back up to the top of the lineup. A.J. Lewis will dig in. Lewis on the day for the Dock Spiders is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Would be hit by the pitch his last time up. Would be the lone batter that Bolke would hit. In fact, he was ahead 3-0 in the count when the ball came in and snagged him in the back. First pitch he sees, a breaking ball that runs wide. A 1-0 count. A.J. Lewis out of Missouri. He's from Chicago. The freshman this past season, during the fall season, would bat .333, but in the spring would go just 1 of 23. 1-0 pitch runs low and inside, a 2-0 count. But on the season, batting .294 for the Dock Spiders. 2-0 pitch finds the outside black, 2-1. He's got a home run on the season and 10 RBIs. Awaits the offering from Eglin. He deals to him. Fastball swung on, line drive, foul, left side. Bounces off of the bouncy house and actually gets back into play. Or I guess not play, but back into the field. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Lewis, of course, just a freshman, was back in high school during his senior season, was labeled an All-American. The righty supporting the batting sleeve on his right arm awaits the offering from Eglin, who deals to him. Swing and a miss. That ends the inning. The Bullfrogs put him down in 1-2-3 order, and Anthony Eglin grabs his first K of the inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Stadium. Bottom of the 6th inning, Bullfrogs have a deficit in front of them. They trail the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders 4-1. It will still be Jack Collins out on the bump tonight for the Dock Spiders. The Bullfrogs went to the bullpen and brought out Anthony Eglin. The Dock Spiders elect to stay with Collins. He's had a great night, in fact. Has pitched 5 innings, allowed just 2 hits, and has not given up an earned run. Has walked 1 and struck out 2. Due up for the Bullfrogs in this inning will be the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Riley Smith, Tanner Poole, and Kyle Binyup. Riley Smith on the day is 0 for 2, but last night would have a great night for the Frogs. For the first time would bat in the 2-hole and prove that he can hit there successfully. Of course, if it wasn't for Will Gilbert's phenomenal day, Riley Smith would have likely been the Aurora Bay Care Sports Medicine Player of the Game. Smith would go 3 for 4 with a run and 2 RBIs. Currently comes into the game on a 3-game hit streak. Watches the first one go by for a strike, 0-1. This is just his 6th game played in all season. Of those 6 games, 2 of those have been multi-hit games. He's batting .333 coming into the at-bat. 0-1 pitch. Swung on. It's a chopper back to the pitcher, Collins. Throw to first in time. It's been a lot of ground outs and a lot of pop-ups for the Bullfrogs today as they struggle to find the ball. Notably, did not take batting practice before the game today. Tanner Poole, the right fielder, will dig in out of Mississippi State. So far on the day, Poole is 0 for 2. First pitch he sees, he watches go by. It found the zone. No balls and a strike. Collins kicks the leg, sends in the 0-1. That's a fastball that finds the zone as well, and just like that, Poole behind in the count 0-2. Poole would have success against this Dock Spider team the last time. Of course, this is the team that he would make his debut against and be named the Aurora Bay Care Sports Medicine Player of the Game for his 2 for 3 day. The 1-2 pitch runs wide. That evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tanner Poole comes into the game batting just .244. But as mentioned in his debut against this Dock Spider team, would actually go 3 for 5, then later in the day would go 1 for 3. Would amass 5 RBIs throughout the contest. 2-2 pitch, ground ball to third. Throw to first, scooped out of the dirt. Second out on the board. It's a slow grounder over to Colin Ridout. He easily picks it up and makes the long throw across the field. Mangieri makes the stretch and the grab. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Kyle Bino, the left fielder, as the Bullfrogs struggle to find hits here. Just 2 on the night. The Dock Spiders with 6. Bino swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a blooper into center, and that's his second hit of the game. So Bino's able to get on base. That's his second hit in a row. Now 2 for 3 on the day. And Troy Johnson will dig in. The only other Bullfrog to get a hit in this one is Alonzo Jones. Troy Johnson, the designated hitter, stands in and awaits. Batting lefty here. He's a left-handed batter. Bino takes a lead over at first. Colin delivers. Just between the legs of A.J. Lewis, and Kyle Bino will scamper over to second. Runner in scoring position here for the Bullfrogs. Coming into Bino's at-bat, it looked like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Dock Spiders. But he manages a base hit, and now with the pass ball, he stands in scoring position. And it kind of raises the stakes here. If Jones can manage a base hit and score Bino from second, there's a little bit of momentum on the Bullfrogs side. The 1-0 pitch. Runs wide. 2-0 count now. Troy Johnson batting .257 coming into the at-bat out of Gonzaga University. All the way from Washington, on the other side of the country, playing some summer ball. The 2-0 pitch. Runs wide. He's ahead in the count now. 3 balls and no strikes. Brad Hamilton, the team leader in batting average, stands on deck. Hamilton 0 for 2 on the day. Johnston awaits crouch stance. Collin deals the 3-0. Runs wide. Ball 4. Troy Johnston doesn't have to swing the bat to get on base. 4 pitches, 4 balls. And Brad Hamilton will dig in. Hamilton supporting some new batting gloves, it looks like. Got some black ones on tonight. He's got the hitting sleeve on his right arm. The long Under Armour underneath of his jersey as well. And the pitcher, the head coach of the Dock Spiders will come out and have a word with his pitcher in Jack Collins. As mentioned, Collins has had a great night. Has pitched 5 complete innings, allowed no earned runs, just 3 hits. That is just his second walk. Zach Charnbow is the manager for the Dock Spiders. Sam Lynn, the hitting coach. And, of course, Chuck Thelman, the pitching coach, is the one who just walked out there. So Hamilton digs in. 2 runners on, 2 outs on the board. Bullfrogs trail by 3. Collins sends it in. Fastball that runs wide. Now 5 pitches thrown, 5 balls since Troy Johnson dug in. Alex Pinner stands on deck for the Bullfrogs. The lefty comes set at the hip. Checks Bino at second and deals in the 1-0. It's low in the dirt and it gets away from the catcher, A.J. Lewis. Bino scampers to third and Troy Johnston moves to second. 2 runners in scoring position now. 6 balls have been thrown in a row by Jack Collins. A.J. Lewis, the catcher, goes out to talk with his pitcher real quick. Collins puts his arm around him, and they exchange some words. Collins gives him a pat on the bottom, and will come back behind the plate. Brad Hamilton, as mentioned, 0 for 2 on the day. He's batting .333 on the year. He stands back in, slaps his back down on home plate, and awaits. Jack Collins, the lefty, comes set. Deals in the 2-0. Runs outside as well. Now 7 straight balls have been thrown. The righty stares down Hamilton. Nods his head, sends in the 3-0. That one finds the zone. Brad Hamilton embarrassingly throws his bat over towards the dugout, has to go pick it up and come back. Hamilton thought that one was wide, just finding the outside black on the breaking ball. Count moves 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs on the board. As Collins finally finds the strike zone. The 3-1. Fastball swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. Makes a nice play, throw to first in time. What a play by K.V. Edwards. It's a hot shot of a ground ball to his right, makes the sliding play on his knee, pops up, throws to first, and leaves 2 runners stranded at third and second. That will do it for the 6th inning. The Dock Spiders have a 4-1 lead. On to the 7th inning we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts. Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Hello and welcome back to historic Joanne Stadium. Top of the 7th inning, about to get underway. Anthony Eglin still out on the bump for the Bullfrogs. Due up for the Dock Spiders will be the 2-3-4 hitters Joe Bro, Brandon Wolf, and Luke Mangieri. Joe Bro on the day is having a day. He's 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. He will lead off this top of the 7th inning. The left-handed hitter, of course, out of McLennan Community College. One of the couple of players here in the Northwoods League out of McLennan. Anthony Eglin comes set, the righty deals one in. It's swung on, a line drive over the head of the hitting coach over there by first base. He ducks out of the way of it. Sam Lynn nearly got his clock rung there. Joe Bro just a bit early on it, an 0-1 count. The lefty stands in with an open stance. Anthony Eglin stares him down, sends in the 0-1. Swung on, that one's fouled back. 0-2. A nice breaking ball from Eglin there. It's an 0-2 count. The ball boy has to run all the way across the field there to go pick that one up. So a quick delay. But Anthony Eglin, the Florida native, comes back set. The righty stands, comes set, and deals in the 0-2. It runs high for a 1-2 count now. Anthony Eglin, of course, this past season had a solid year. But I think more notably is the brains on this guy, an aeronautical engineer. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the night for Anthony Eglin. Not only is this guy, I mean, say it 7 times, aeronautical engineer. Had a 4.0 all throughout high school. I'm sure he's had one throughout college as well. This guy's got the brains, and he's got the breaking ball as well, as he fools Joe Bro on that one. His second strikeout of the night. And Brandon Wolf will dig in, the right fielder. The righty awaits, and Eglin kicks the leg and sends one in. It's a fastball that bounces across the plate. Actually might have had some spin on it, 1-0. Wolf so far on the night is 1 for 3. 1-0 pitch. Finds the outside black, just nipping it. A fastball from Eglin there. A 1-1 count, 1 out on the board. Top of the 7th inning, Bullfrogs trail 4-1. Eglin sends in the 1-1 pitch, ground ball up the middle of the field. Riley Smith scoops it up, throws to first. Nice stretch from Bourbon. The out is made to retire. It's a grounder up the middle of the field. Riley Smith a little late getting to it, but does get there in time. Scoops it up and throws it over to first. 2 up, 2 down. That will bring up the new batter, Luke Mangieri. Mangieri on the day is 0 for 3. Mangieri, the left-handed hitter, digs in. Eglin kicks the leg and sends him the first pitch. A nice fastball that comes right across Broadway, 0-1. Mangieri out of Bradley University received a Missouri Valley Honorable Mention All-Conference honoree. Steps out, gives a big swing, and now steps back in. 0-1 pitch. Fastball that finds the zone that time as well. He falls behind the count 0-2. I mean, this Mangieri kid, he's got a pretty cool story. Comes from a long line of athletes. His older brother's a long snapper at Nebraska. His brother Nick is a linebacker at Indiana. And his cousin played baseball at Jacob Hurst. 0-2 pitch. Runs inside for a ball. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, look at guys like me. I probably don't even have the athletic prowess to play for a water polo team. Nonetheless, have 7 members of my family or so playing sports all over the place. Now, I'm not knocking water polo. That takes a lot of endurance. The 1-2 pitch. Runs high and outside. 2-2. Squash. How about that? I probably couldn't make a squash team. Notably, the University of Virginia just added that men's and women's team for varsity athletics. The first Power 5 school to do so. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive to the second baseman, Hart. Scoops it, throws to first. Stretch from Bourbon's not in time. Luke Mangieri manages a base hit. Ben Hart gets over to it. Puts his glove on it, but the throw's a bit off target. Bourbon has to stretch, but I think it wouldn't have been in time, and the foot comes off the bat. Mangieri now stands over at first, and Chris Cornelius digs in. The right-handed hitter so far on the day is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Was walked and came around to score back in the second, however. Eglin deals to him. It's a fastball. Snap throw to first. Not back in time. Or rather, back in time, excuse me. Throw not in time from Hamilton. It was close, however. So Eglin, the righty, will come set. He toes the rubber. Holds the ball in his right hand behind his hip. Checks the runner over at first. Nods his head and deals. 1-0 pitch runs high and inside. That one got away from him. Cornelius has to duck away from it. A 2-0 count, he falls behind. Mangieri takes the lead from first. The 2-0 pitch comes inside, a strike, 2-1. Cornelius out of Missouri. Out of high school, was a perfect game All-American, where he broke multiple records for his school. 2-1 pitch, swung on, a ground ball to Pinner at third, and he can't put the glove on it. That'll go down as an E3. It's a ground ball over towards him. And it would have been a tough throw over to first, but it was possible, that's for sure. Ground ball over to him. He kind of closed the mitt too early, it looked like. It popped out of his mitt there and hit the ground. Trying to make up for it with a throw to second, but it's not in time. Mangieri gets there easily. So 2 runners on now with 2 outs on the board. And Fortes digs in. First pitch to him. Runs inside. It's in a ball. I thought it was off the bat. But it gets past the catcher, Brad Hamilton. And both runners advance. That pitch got away from Eglin there, as I'm sure he's frustrated. He wants to be out of the inning here. 2 close play by the Bullfrogs that could have possibly been made. Of course, the Ben Hart throw to first and then the E3 that time. Both of those runners now stand at second and third. Nick Fortes, the righty, digs in. An 0-1 count to him as the pitch that came across was swung on. 0-1 pitch runs high and inside, evens the count, or no, it doesn't. Moves the count to 2-0. They did not say that the first one went by for a strike. Two-0 count. Swung on and pop up left side, out of play. Over towards the concession stand out there on the left side. Runners will walk back to their bases. And Fortes will come back set. A right-handed hitter stares down Anthony Eglin, who checks the runner at third and comes home. 2-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away right side. That one, that time over towards the concession stand on the right side. So Fortes a little early on one and a little late on the other. Stands back in with a deuces wild count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board, 2 runners on. The 2-2 swung on. It's a blooper into center. Alonzo Jones has the read, and he's got the ball in his mitt. Bullfrogs leave 2 stranded. That'll do it for the top of the 7th inning. To the bottom half of the 7th we go. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Bullfrogs trail by 3. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation Flex Agreement and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Today, 0 for 1 would be walked back in the 2nd inning and grounded back to the pitcher his last time up. The switch hitter batting righty here against the lefty will dig in, and Jack Collins will look to continue his good play out on the mound. Has pitched 6 innings, allowed just 3 hits, 1 run, and has walked 2 and struck out 2. Alex Spinner, the Scottsdale Community College product, stands in. Collins, wasting no time, deals to him, and it's a check swing pitch that bounces off of the concession stand after it gets fouled back over there, and someone else will go home with the ball. 0-1 pitch to Pinner, swing and a miss. He falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Alex Pinner, the third baseman today for the Frogs, has had his struggles over there. Has 2 errors on the day. 0-2 pitch to him. Swung on, line drive left side. That's a base hit. That'll make up for that error in the last inning. And he'll take a large look over towards the left fielder, and he's going to stay over at first base, leading off this bottom of the 7th inning with a hit. It's just the 4th hit of the day for the Bullfrogs, the 1st of the day for Pinner. Ben Hart will dig in. The second baseman on the day for the Frogs is 0 for 2. Hart stands in out of Oakland University. Of course, teammates with Nick Parr. I think it's the only duo of teammates still here in Green Bay. Of course, to start the season, there were 3 different guys, or 3 different couple of guys that were here together. But Nick Parr and Ben Hart, the lone teammates here in Green Bay still. 1-0 pitch, comes across for a strike, 1-1. However, I'm just thinking now there's still, of course, the Kent State duo. Brad Hamilton and Connor Wallersheim, two guys that have really stood out this year as well. Wallersheim, arguably the ace for the Bullfrogs, and Ben Hart, of course, the leading hitter for the Frogs. 1-1 pitch, runs inside low, 2-1. We lost Noah Miller out of Arkansas. We missed that duo. Terrell McCall's gone now, missing the Alabama State duo now. And most recently, of course, now missing the San Jose State duo, as Bautista and Pleshner have gone home as well. 2-1 pitch. That one runs wide. A 3-1 count now. Hitters count for Ben Hart. Of course, that's what happens in summer leagues. The first half of the season and the second half, you just almost have two completely different rosters. That's why they always split it up in two. Of course, just a couple of games left here in the first half of the Northwoods League. 2 more games to go after this one. And then it's a whole new season for the Frogs. They're looking forward to it. A full count now for Ben Hart. Penner takes the lead from first. The payoff from Collins. Runs inside, ball 4. 2 runners on now for the Bullfrogs. And Willie Bourbon will dig in. The Bullfrogs trail here by 3 runs, but Willie Bourbon would be the tying run at the plate. Bourbon has had his struggles this season for the Frogs at the plate. He's batting just .167 after starting his career out for the Bullfrogs in a great manner. Would walk off a home run against the Kalamazoo Growlers in his 3rd game in a Bullfrogs uniform. The pitching coach for the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, Chuck Thalman, is out on the mound, and he's called in all of his infielders. And they're having a long discussion out on the mound here. They're going to stick with Jack Collins, who gets a high five from all of his infielders. Ridout, Cornelius, Edwards, Mangieri, Lewis. I mean, everyone came in for the meeting. All back to their respective positions here, as they're going to try to get the Bullfrogs out of this one without allowing a run. There's 2 runners on with no outs on the board. Bourbon stands in. First pitch to him. Fastball that runs high, a 1-0 count. There's a right-handed pitcher warming up in the bullpen for the Dock Spiders. And if Collins gives up a base hit here, he will likely come in. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. In fact, gets away from A.J. Lewis, and both runners advance. 1 back. A nice breaking ball from Jack Collins. Bourbon takes a cut at it, but if missed, moves the count to 1-1. Ben Hart now at second. Alex Penner now just 90 feet away at third. Both runners take their lead, and Bourbon waves his lumber around. Collin kicks the leg, sends it in. A beautiful breaking ball. Nice slider that goes from 2 to 7. Bourbon can't do anything but watch his knees buckle. Falls behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fans here trying to get into it as the Bullfrogs with an opportunity to get a couple of across. They've left 2 stranded here in scoring position before already. 1-2 pitch, runs low and outside, evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Willie Bourbon out of Northwestern, where this past season he would have his struggles at the plate as well, would bat .167. The first baseman awaits. The 2-2 pitch to him. Swung on. It's a little blooper into left. That is dropped. The runner at third, and Alex Pinner comes across to score, and the Bullfrogs take one away from the Dock Spiders' lead. They now trail 2-4. It's a base hit for Willie Bourbon. It's a little blooper out in the left field. Eric Gillenbach diving, tries to make the play, but it pops out of his glove, and Bourbon grabs his first hit of the game. Alonzo Jones, the center fielder, will now dig in, and it will likely be the end of the day for Jack Collins. And it's not because Collins did not have a good day. As I've mentioned, he has allowed limited hits throughout the contest. Coming into the inning, had allowed just 4. Had allowed no earned runs, but his day comes to an end. New pitcher is going to come in for the Dock Spiders. We're going to step aside, and we'll tell you who it is when we come back. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. New pitcher in for the Dock Spiders. It's number 4, Mike Pasco, out of San Jacinto. The freshman right-handed stands at just 5'11", but he's got some speed on him. His warm-up pitch is hitting 80, 89, 90, 91. The right-hander is going to look to try to get his Dock Spiders out of a jam, as the Bullfrogs have the bases loaded here with no outs on the board. It's a tough situation to ask your right-hander to come into. So far on the season, he's had a good year. Pasco comes into the game with a 1.42 ERA. This is his 8th appearance. He has pitched 6.1 innings, or a third inning, if you will. Has allowed just 1 earned run, but somehow or another has allowed 12 runs altogether. That's a stat for you. Alonzo Jones watches the first one run outside, 1-0. So Pasco must be the guy that they bring in for situations like this. Jones stands in awaiting. The 1-0 pitch runs low, 2-0. And if you're the Green Bay Bullfrogs or a fan of the Green Bay Bullfrogs, this is who you want up to bat. Alonzo Jones, the freshman All-American out of Vanderbilt, on the day's 1 for 3, but leads this Green Bay Bullfrogs team in batting average. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Behind that one, 2-1. We'll see what Jones can do here. He's been a guy that has been a spark plug all season for the Frogs. Nights where the Frogs can't seem to get anything going, this guy's going 2 for 4. 2-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away left side, evens the count 2-2. Jones with an opportunity here to get some runs across for the Bullfrog. Runners at first and second. The 2-2 pitch comes inside for strike 3. Ring him up. Alonzo Jones goes down looking. First down on the board. That will bring up the shortstop, Riley Smith. So Pasco is going to have to get past the meat of this lineup. He's already got the first down on the board as Alonzo Jones went down looking. Willie Bourbon, of course, managed the RBI single that scored Alex Pinner, who was at third, and brought the score to 4-2. Smith digs in, first pitch he sees. Fastball low and inside, 1-0. I mean, this Pasco's guy's got some power to his throw. He's got one out on the board. Can he get two more? Bourbon takes a lead from first. Hart takes his from second. The 1-0. Fastball that runs low, 90 miles per hour, a 2-0 count now. Riley Smith last night would have a great day. 2 RBIs and 3 base hits. Catcher A.J. Lewis will go out to the mound to have a quick word with Pasco and jog back behind the plate now. Crouches down and Smith steps out, gets the sign from head coach Chris Sabo and awaits. The 2-0. Swung on, it's a broken back, slow grounder to the shortstop. Barehander, throw to first in time. What a play from the shortstop, Chris Cornelius. Wow. It's a slow little grounder that was broken off of the bat. Just kind of tumbles towards Chris Cornelius. He's all the way in on the infield grass where he picks it up with his bare hand. Sidearm throws it over to Mangieri at first and beats out Smith by a couple of steps. It puts 2 runners in scoring position, however, as it moves each of them. Hart now at third, Bourbon at second. Poole digs in and watches the first one go by inside for a ball, 1-0. It's a breaking ball that stays in the 80s. Tanner Poole, the right-handed hitter out of Mississippi State, stands in. He's 0 for 3 on the day. 1-0 pitch to him, finds the zone inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pasco has been called on to get this Fond du Lac team out of a jam. Came in with 2 runners on and no outs on the board. Has not allowed a run here in this 7th inning since coming in, and has put 2 outs on the board. A strikeout and a ground out. Tanner Poole stands back in, a 1-1 count. Runners take their lead from second and third. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Poole falls behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He steps out of the batter's box, readjusts his jerseys, kind of shrugged his shoulders and stands back in. Pasco stares him down, looking to give some motivation to his Fond du Lac team that already has a 4-2 lead. Steps off the rubber and resets. Poole does the same. Now they both come set, and Pasco steps off again. Little cat and mouse here with 2 outs on the board. Rubs his fingers across the dirt and comes back set. Poole does the same. Pasco deals. 1-2. Breaking ball that runs inside just barely. An 83-mile-per-hour breaking ball. It's a curve that nearly finds its way back into the zone. Moves the count to deuces wild. Pasco comes set. The righty deals in the 2-2. Fastball swung on, grounded to the shortstop Cornelius. The scoop, the throw, all in time. Pasco gets his Fond du Lac Dock Spiders out of the jam. Bullfrogs do get a run across, however, in the bottom of the 7th inning. They now trail by 2, 4-2. Stay tuned as we move on to the 8th inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Looking for the perfect game for your appetite? Look no further than Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin. Every Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brewpub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots and Matza pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots and Matza pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the O'Connell Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, O'Connell Falls.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
Coming in. In fact, both pitchers that have pitched tonight for the Frogs have done solidly. Michael Bolke was pulled after the 5th inning. His only bad inning really coming in that 4th inning when 3 runs would come across, and in reality there was a fly ball out into left field that might have been able to get the play made on it, as Calvino had not the best read and it would score 2 runs. First pitch that KV Edwards sees, he swings at it. It's a fly ball to center, outs made. The fastball right across the plate. Edwards liked it, took a cut at it, but fouled it away. Or rather, flew it out into center where Alonzo Jones was there to make the grab. 1 retired. New batter will dig in now as we're here in the top of the 8th inning. Doc Spiders lead 4-2. Gillenbach stands in on the day 0 for 3. First pitch he sees, a fastball that runs wide, 1-0. Doc Spiders on the night have managed 7 hits, 4 runs, and have 1 error against them. 1-0 pitch, fouled away on check swing that actually made contact with the bat, makes it 1-1. Gillenbach on the season batting just .172, but has 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. Gillenbach stands in awaiting the offering from Eglin. The delivery from him is swung on at the line, driving to left. That drops fair. Make it 8 hits on the day for the Doc Spiders and make it the first of the day for Gillenbach. Just his 15th hit of the season. He now stands over at first. And it will bring up the new batter, the 9-hole hitter, Colin Ridout. The third baseman on the day is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Got a double back in that 4th inning and would come around to score. The lefty stands in and awaits the offering from Eglin. He nods his head and sends it to him. Swung on, ground ball right side, gets past the Northwestern guy in Willie Bourbon. Runner rounds second. He's going to go for third and get held up there as it gets into the outfield grass, and no one can get to it in any kind of timely fashion, as Tanner Poole was all the way out there in deep right field. He finally runs forward, and it moves the runner from first all the way over to third. Runners on the corners here now in the top of the 8th inning, as A.J. Lewis will dig in back up to the top of the lineup. A.J. Lewis 0 for 3 on the night, would strike out his last time up. Anthony Eglin with a bit of a bind here. We'll see how he can respond. 1 out on the board, runners on the corners. First pitch he throws, fastball, swung on and missed. 0-1. Anthony Eglin so far has pitched 2 1/3 innings, has allowed 3 hits, and has 2 strikeouts. The righty out of Trinity College comes set, deals in the 0-1. Swung on, fouled back past the press box here. A.J. Lewis just gets underneath of it. He falls behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. A.J. Lewis on this season comes into the at-bat batting .291. He awaits the offering, the delivery. Swung on, a belted fly ball into left. Tracking back is Benio. Makes the grab. Runner at third tags up and will come across to score. Dock Spiders take a 5-2 lead.
Run scores for the Dock Spiders.
A well-hit ball by A.J. Lewis, in fact, so well that get a little more power on that one, it might be out of here. Instead, it's the second out of the inning, and it's the 5th run of the night. Making a sacrifice fly for the catcher. Brandon Wolf now digs in. Or rather, excuse me, Joe Bro does. The center fielder. First pitch he sees. Fastball that runs in the dirt, 1-0. Joe Bro on the night, 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. Stands in with an open crouch stance and awaits. Anthony Eglin gives a glance over at the runner at first. Gives him another and sends in the 1-0. It's swung on and fouled away left side. Just a bit behind it, passed over towards the picnic area. Count moves even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Joe Bro on the season, he's batting .291 as well. The 1-1. Fastball that just misses the zone, high and wide. Inches from the black, moves the count. 2 balls and a strike. The great crowd here tonight has stuck around for the game. Of course, fireworks to follow for the 3rd night of this 3-game homestand. The 2-1 pitch. That one runs wide as well. Another fastball, 84 miles per hour. Moves it to a hitter's count. 3 balls and a strike to Joe Bro. Colin Ridout stands over at first. The 3-1 off the hand of Eglin. Swung on, ground ball to Hart at second. Throw to first in time, ends the inning. Bullfrogs leave one stranded, but the Dock Spiders put a run across in the top of the 8th. They lead by 3. It's 5-2 in favor of the Spiders. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brewpub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brewpub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half-pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brewpub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
Hello and welcome back to historic Joanne Stadium. Bottom of the 8th inning about to get underway, and the Bullfrogs have a deficit in front of them. They trail the final act Dock Spiders 5-2 here, on a night where they have managed some hits here recently, but continue to leave runners stranded. Kyle Benio will lead off the inning. He's had a good night. He's 2 for 3. So far on the night, already has 2 leadoff doubles, leading off the 4th or singles rather, leading off the 4th and 6th innings with singles. First pitch he sees from Pasco, gets away from Pasco. It's a fastball that runs way away. Moves the count to 1-0. Kyle Bino, the Youngstown State product, stands back in, supporting those white batting gloves. Crouch stance awaits. The 1-0 to him. Another fastball that runs way inside. That time, Bino slides away from it. A 2-0 count here. Bullfrogs trail the Dock Spiders 4-2. Just as a reminder, you can, or 5-2 rather, you can follow us on Twitter at GB Bullfrogs. Bino takes a swing at that one and misses. 2-1 count now. Steps out and steps back in. Throws the lumber down on the plate, and Pasco comes set. Deals in the 2-1. That one's way inside as well, as Pasco struggling to find the zone here early against this first batter. Hitters count now to Bino. Pasco deals in the 3-1. Swung on, it's a pop-up in the infield grass. A miscommunication, but Pasco grabs the out. It's a pop-up in the infield. The catcher, A.J. Lewis, and Pasco collide. But Pasco mosses the ball away from Lewis and makes the grab. First batter retired. The pitch that came in was a fastball that looked like it was going to be an inside and possibly ball 4. Bino gives it a cut and pops it way up in the air. One down. Troy Johnson, the designated hitter, now digs in. Watches a breaking ball go by low for a strike, 0-1. Bullfrogs with a 3-run deficit in front of them. They're going to want to manage some runs here to give themselves a shot. However, another breaking ball from Pasco finds the outside black. As Troy Johnson goes down the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And out on the board. Pasco shakes off one pitch, nods to the next. 0-2 pitch. Swung on. It's a little chopper towards the first baseman. Throw to first, underhand toss in time. Mangieri runs out into the infield grass to grab it. Pasco sprints over to the first base bag. Mangieri tosses the ball to him, and he makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. Brad Hamilton, the catcher, will now dig in. Hamilton so far on the night 0 for 3. First pitch he sees. Fastball inside, 1-0. Pasco comes set, sends in the 1-0. Fastball, that one's low. 89 miles per hour. I'm impressed by the speed that this guy's got. A 2-0 count now. Brad Hamilton on the season, supporting a batting average that's quite impressive. 2-0 pitch, swung on, ground ball to third. Throw to first in time. Bullfrogs go down in order. A slow grounder over the rid out. The throw to first a bit high, but Mangieri's got the reach to grab it for the third out. Bullfrogs down to just 1 inning left. It'll be a new pitcher out on the mound when we come back in the Dock Spiders. They have a 5-2 lead. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
welcome back. Historic Joanne Stadium here. Top of the 9th inning about to get underway. The Bullfrogs down to their last inning. They trail by 3, 5-2. Darren Kelly now out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Has been their closer throughout the season and has been a successful closer at that. Darren Kelly coming into the game for the Frogs has the best ERA on the team, as you would want from your closer, of course. Comes into the game supporting a ERA of just .74. The righty out of Alabama State University will look to put this Fond du Lac team down in order, give his Bullfrogs some momentum, and hopefully the Bullfrogs can post a comeback. Due up for the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders will be the 3, 4, 5 hitters, Brandon Wolf, Luke Mangieri, and Chris Cornelius. Brandon Wolf 1 for 4 on the day. He stands in, the right-handed batter. First pitch from Kelly. Fastball across Broadway, 0-1. Kelly wasting no time. Sends in the 0-1. It's swung on and fouled back right side past the grandstands. No balls and 2 strikes here. No outs on the board. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. That one just misses low. A 1-2 count now. Attendance here on this Monday night, 14-17. A great crowd. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Swung on and missed. First out on the board. A nice pitch from Darren Kelly, and it's his first K of the night. That will bring up Mangieri, who on the day is 1 for 4 as well. He would manage a base hit back in the 3rd inning and would strike out his last time up. Darren Kelly stares him down. Rocks back, sends in the first pitch. Fastball that runs wide, a 1-0 count. Darren Kelly takes a deep breath, waits for Mangieri to dig back in. He finally does, and Kelly impatiently sends in the 1-0, fouling the strike zone 1-1. This is the 11th appearance of the season for Kelly. He's thrown 10 strikeouts and walked just 3 batters. Has 3 saves on the season. The 1-1. Swung on, fouled back into the backstop towards the left side. Gets underneath of it. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. And out on the board, and nobody on. Top of the 9th inning, Fond du Lac Dock Spiders lead 5-2. Mangieri comes set and Kelly deals. Swung on, that one's fouled away left side. Mangieri fighting off here, waiting for a pitch he likes. Mangieri would bat .300 this past season at Bradley University. This season for the Dock Spiders comes into the game supporting a batting average of .291. The 1-2 pitch comes by high for a ball, so now an even count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mangieri taps the home plate with his bat and comes set. The 2-2. Swung on, a belting fly ball deep into center. Alonzo Jones has a read out there and makes the grab. 2 down. That'll bring up the new batter in Chris Cornelius, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Cornelius with 2 strikeouts on the night and has been walked once.
Now batting for the Dock Spiders, number 6, shortstop Chris Cornelius.
Cornelius batting .287 on the season. And it's the last out for the Dock Spiders to try to get an insurance run going into the bottom half. Swings at the first pitch he sees. Fouled back straight into the backstop netting. That one was coming straight into my window if the backstop netting's not there. Cornelius starts off the at-bat behind 0-1 here. The delivery to him. Breaking ball, just missing the inside black. Few inches inside there. Evens the count, a ball and a strike. The delivery. Swing and a miss. Kelly ahead in the count now, 1-2. If he puts them down in order, hopefully, for the Bullfrogs fans, it'll bring some motivation. The 1-2 gets away from Kelly, however. Runs outside, deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Cornelius comes back set, and the 2-2 delivery. Swung on a launched fly ball into left. That's way back. That's gone. A solo shot for Chris Cornelius. Gives the Dock Spiders a 6-2 lead. Darren Kelly gives up a home run here in the top of the 9th inning. It's his first allowed home run of the season. Just his second allowed earned run all year. Cornelius sent it way back, and he will be joined by all of his dugout who give him high fives as he comes around to score. Dock Spiders get an insurance run in the top of the 9th in an inning which looked like was going to be a 1-2-3 order. Fortes fouls back the first pitch he sees, goes behind 0-1. But what a hit from Cornelius. Absolutely launched that one over the left field wall. 0-1 pitch right across the zone, 0-2. Just his 3rd home run of the season. 0-2 to Fortes. Swung on, that's a fly ball into shallow center. Alonzo Jones can't see it, however, and he lost it in the light. Fortes gets on base, and it starts to fall apart here for the Bullfrogs. It's a fly ball into center. Alonzo Jones put his arms up in the air almost to say, I have no clue where this ball is. And sure enough, it falls in front of him about 20 feet. Nick Fortes had thrown his bat down into the dirt in frustration because he thought that he was going to be out. But he manages the poor man's single as nobody was there to get underneath of it. KV Edwards now stands in. Edwards 1 for 4 on the day. Kelly trying to get out of the inning. Deals in a strike to start off the at-bat, 0-1. Nods his head, comes set. Takes a deep breath. Deals in the 0-1. Just runs wide. Another fastball. Evens the count, 1-1. One from Kelly. Swing and a miss. Moves the count to 1-2 with 2 outs on the board. Nick Cornelius gives his Dock Spiders team a 6-2 lead here in the 9th inning. A 3-run advantage seems doable. 4-run, it just makes it that much harder. 1-2 from Kelly. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ends the inning out on a strikeout. But the Dock Spiders manage a solo shot from Chris Cornelius. Bottom of the 9th inning we go. The Bullfrogs need a big inning here. They trail by 4 runs, 6-2 in favor of the Dock Spiders. 3 outs left to the Bullfrogs' name here. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a brewpub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every brewpub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half-pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brewpub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Tired of running to the bank for every little check? You can save a trip to the bank with the convenience of mobile check deposit from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Snapping a picture with our app is as safe as depositing checks at one of our 7 locations. No more rushing to the bank before closing to make those important deposits. Visit snbt.com to enroll for mobile check deposit today. The Stevenson National Bank and Trust, 101 Bray Lake Way in Oconto. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
welcome back to historic Joanne Stadium. Bottom of the ninth about to get underway. The Bullfrogs have some work to do in front of them. Due up for the Frogs will be their 7, 8, 9 hitters. But they're going to have to bring up a lot of hitters to get back into this one. They trail by 4. It's not completely undoable by any means. We watched the Bullfrogs blow a 4-run lead before. Let's see if they can manage to do it to another team. Alex Penner will lead off the inning. First pitch he sees, a fastball that runs wide, 0-1. I shouldn't say blow, of course, give up instead. Alex Penner will step out and step back in here. Odds against the Bullfrogs here. They would impress people last night with a big night. They managed to put up 12 runs on the evening. They could put up a couple here in the bottom of the ninth to give this home crowd something to cheer about. 0-2 pitch to Penner. Runs high. Penner, the switch hitter, batting lefty now against the right-handed Pasco, who has came in and pitched a great game. 1-2 pitch runs inside, 1-1. Rather, there's a new pitcher out on the mound for the Dock Spiders. It's Thomas Laveno. Count moves even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one swung on, fouled away left side, will stay at 2-2. Alex Penner's a better, so far this season, a better left-handed batter than he is right-handed. Combined, he's batting .253. 2-2 pitch runs way inside, moves the count to full. So Penner, after going down in the count there, now works his way back into it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The delivery swung on, a ground ball back to the pitcher Laveno. A nice stretching grab out on the mound and an underhand toss to first. Retires Penner. Bullfrogs down to just 2 outs. 2 outs left. Ben Hart, the right-handed batter out of Oakland, stands in. Fans here have stuck around throughout the night. With that being said, it's been a quick one thus far. First pitch into Hart, swung on, fouled back, 0-1. But of course, fireworks do go off after the game here. So that's why they've stuck around to watch their hometown Bullfrogs take on the Dock Spiders. 0-1 pitch way outside, 1-1. Swung on. That one's popped off as Ben Hart fouls away a couple he don't like.
Full ball brought to you by Tri-City Glass and Door. Call 920-468-7820.
The Michigan native stands in and awaits the offering. Laveno deals in the 1-2. Breaking ball that just runs low, nearly finding the black there. Evens the count, 2-2. Bourbon stands on deck for the Bullfrogs. The 2-2 pitch just outside as well. Another full count here. Ben Hart awaits. The payoff pitch runs low for ball 4. Ben Hart gets over to first. There's your first base runner. If the Bullfrogs can get 2 more, the tie-in run would come to the plate.
Now batting for the Bullfrogs is number 38, first baseman Willie.
Willie Bourbon, the first baseman out of Northwestern, digs in with the runner on over at first. Fireworks start to go off out here in the background, of course, the day before 4th of July. There'll be a lot going off here in Green Bay, especially if the Frogs can come back into this one. First pitch to Bourbon, runs way inside. Moves the count to 1-0. Bourbon steps out and stands back in. Waves his bat around and awaits the offering from Laveno. He takes a deep breath and deals in the 1-0, but it's outside. A 2-0 count now. Ben Hart takes the lead over at first. Levano comes set. Deals in the 2-0. Swung on. It's a little blooper to the second baseman. Scoops it up, throws to second. They get the leadoff batter. K.V. Edwards, the second baseman for the Dock Spiders tonight, has been sensational. He's made all sorts of different plays defensively, and he hasn't had a bad night offensively either, as he has a base hit on the evening. He slid to his right to make the play. He slid to the left to make his play, and that time he picks up on a blooper towards him and throws off the leadoff batter. Bullfrogs down to their last out here in the bottom of the ninth. Alonzo Jones digs in. He's 1 for 4 on the evening. First pitch he sees, a fastball that runs high, 1-0. Riley Smith stands on deck for the Frogs. The 1-0 to Jones. Swung on, it's a broken bat, ground ball to the second baseman Edwards, and the play after I call him sensational, he makes an error. Alonzo Jones gets on base for the second time tonight due to an error, and it'll bring up Riley Smith. Jones could have possibly actually beaten that one out. Of course, he's got the speed, but it likely would have been out number 3 in the end of the game for the Bullfrogs. However, an error puts a runner at first and second. Riley Smith digs in. He's 0 for 4 on the day. He's due. First pitch he sees, swung on, a line drive into right field. That is caught by the left fielder, Eric Gillenbach. It's a liner out into left, and it's the end of the game. Dock Spiders win 6-2. The Bullfrogs fall to 12-22 on the season after tonight's loss. Michael Bolke gets the loss for the Bullfrogs. Jack Collins gets the win for the Dock Spiders. They win 6-2. It would be a 3-run top of the 4th inning. That would be the difference. The Bullfrogs dropped this one. They will be back in action tomorrow on the road in Fond du Lac for the second game of this 2-game home and home series. Stay tuned for the WOCO Sports post-game show after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
This is Larry Fitzgerald with Game Day Goal. Tune in to WOCO FM 107.1 Fridays at 6 p.m. to hear me and Eric Nelson discuss the sports topics of the day.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Stadium. Bullfrogs lose this one tonight against the Dock Spiders 6-2. The Bullfrogs managed 5 hits on the night to the Dock Spiders 11. The Frogs would leave runners stranded on multiple occasions, and a 3-run top of the 4th inning would be the difference. The losing pitcher on the night is a Bullfrog. It was Michael Bolke. The winning pitcher on the afternoon, Jacob Collins. He pitched 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 1 earned run, and would walk 3 batters. Pasco would come in and pitch 2 innings, not allow a hit or an earned run, and strike out 1. Levano came in the 9th and walked 1 batter. The Green Bay Bullfrogs stat line for the pitchers. Anthony Eglin, or rather Michael Bulkey, gets the loss. He pitched 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 runs altogether. Would walk 2 and strike out 5. Anthony Eglin came in to pitch 3 innings. He allowed just 1 earned run, would allow 3 hits and strike out 2. Darren Kelly closed out the game in the 9th inning. He allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, and a 2 strikeout night. It would be a solo shot in the top of the 9th inning that would really put away the Bullfrogs. They had a little bit of momentum going into the at-bat, and that's when the batter for the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders would make them pay. Chris Cornelius sent a solo shot over the left field wall, and there was nothing that the Bullfrogs could do against it in the bottom half of the inning. They would get 1 runner on base and Ben Hart, who was walked, and that was it. They fall to 12-22 on the season, and the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders improve to 15-20 on the year. They are on a bit of a winning streak, 3 games to be exact. They now have won 5 of their last 10 games and sit at 15-20. The Bullfrogs dropped to 12-22 on the year. They're 2 games behind now the 8th place team in the Wisconsin Woodchucks. A look at the scores around the league before we go through the in-depth box score and give you your Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine player of the game. The Madison Mallards won game 1 of the 2-game doubleheader against the Kenosha Kingfish, 2-1. They are in extra innings in a 7-inning game in Kenosha, 3-3. That's in the top of the 8th. The St. Cloud Rocks defeat the Duluth Huskies 6-2. The Thunder Bay Border Cats are on the top of the 9th inning. They trail the Eau Claire Express 2-4. The Lakeshore Chinooks are having another huge night as they are defeating the Kalamazoo Growlers 16-8. The Wisconsin Woodchucks drop a game to the Battle Creek Bombers 2-3. The Mankato Moondogs putting it on the Honkers. They are currently winning 14-0. Rockford Rivets, they currently trail the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors 3-6. The Waterloo Bucks currently trail the La Crosse Loggers 4-5 in the top of the 7th. And the Wilmar Stingers have an 8-3 advantage over the Bismarck Larks in the top of the 5th inning. A look at your in-depth box score presented by the Knight family. A.J. Lewis, he would go 0-3, but would manage an RBI in a run for the Dock Spiders. Joe Bro would go 2-5. Wolf would go 1-5. Mangieri 1-5. Cornelius 1-4 with 2 runs and an RBI. Fortes 2-4 with a run. Edwards 1-5. Galenbach 1-4. And Ridout would go 2-4 with an RBI and a run. A look at your in-depth box score for the Bullfrogs. Alonzo Jones would go 1-5 with a run. Riley Smith would have an 0-5 night. Tanner Poole would go 0-4. Kyle Binya would go 2-4. Troy Johnson would go 0-3. Brad Hamilton would go 0-3. Alex Pinner would go 1-3 with a run. Willie Bourbon would go 1-4 with an RBI. Ben Hart would be walked twice. Pinner would be walked once. And Johnson.
To WOCO FM 107.1 Friday. This is Larry Fitzgerald with Game Day Goal. Tune in to WOCO FM 107.1 Fridays at 6 p.m. to hear me and Eric Nelson discuss the sports topics of the day.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish. add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine. The player of the game is Kyle Bino. Sorry for some technical difficulties there. I think something got unplugged, but if you're still listening and you're waiting for that Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine player of the game, it's Kyle Bino. He went 2 for 4 on the night, the lone Bullfrog, to have a multi-hit night. And so here in Green Bay, your final score one last time, the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders 6, the Green Bay Bullfrogs 2. The Bullfrogs fall to 12 and 22 on the season. Thanks for tuning in tonight. As always, it's been a pleasure calling Green Bay Bullfrogs baseball on the WOCO Sports Stream. Thanks for Larry for sticking around in the studio, and thanks to all of you who lent your ears tonight. Have a good one. Peace.
Get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
That has been Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WLCO Stereo FM. Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Island Felt Saskatchewan and Anderson, the NAW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Witt's Piggly Wiggly. Also by American Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing. Stay tuned for more Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on 107.1 WOCO Stereo FM. Have a great day.